What's up everyone, it's my 100th video. It's still off season and I don't normally bother, but I really enjoyed this war. I'm trialling some new champions, so we're just going to get straight into it. Obviously it doesn't matter about scores, doesn't matter who we're facing. For now we're going into Havok with Sam Wilson. I took him up to rank 2 after I duped him. I knew he was going to be a good champion. He's not a champ that I previously liked when the 6-star came out and whatever, but he's proven to be really valuable for this meta. I've got the Odin pre-fights on because we're then going to Path 9 Section 2, but more about that later. For now, this is just a really easy Havok fight. After a couple of hits, you have this RNG based whether you get armor buffs, but with enough hits you're going to get at least one, so he's really reliable for Havok. Push him to special 2 and just nuke him down. Special 1 places physical vulnerability, which just makes me hit him harder. I can alternatively go for special 2s, but I'm also placing ruptures and instant ruptures on him, and we're just nuking him down whilst taking pretty much 0 damage myself. Really nice fight. And then that brings us to Nova on node 15 with my new toy, who I did a video on just before, although a little bit limited, White Tiger. I just really wanted to give her a try and a spin for this fight. Normally I'd probably use Tigra or just pretty much anyone else, but we're going to bring her to it. I'm still not sure how much use she's going to have in proper war content regularly, but it's fun to be a bit like Spidey Supreme there. I did just get punched in the face. A bit like Spidey Supreme, where if there's the opportunity to use them, it's good fun. The idea is to spam a couple of special ones, the second of which will be unblockable and will power drain. The first one will power drain, sorry, and gain power myself, and then get to a special 2. Havok is being really stingy with me, so with each dash he's gaining extra power. He's getting to 3 bars, so I'm going to have to abandon the special 2 plan, and with my next opening use another special 1 to power drain him and keep his power behaving itself. Again, that's going to go unblockable. I can get to special 2 and that's going to finish him off. Not the ideal rotation for her, but really pleased with that. She just feels very clean and well put together for what she does. There are other champs that do what she does better, but I really like her. Anyway, we come to section 2, path 9, Dani Moonstar, again with Sam Wilson. The rest of my fights today are with Sam. It's shock and bleed. With Odin pre-fights, I'm going to hit her during shock phase until I gain enough armor buffs. Each armor reduces incoming bleed ability accuracy by 25%. So once I've got 4 on me, it'll be safe to hit during bleed phase and know that not a single bleed will proc on me. So as long as I don't accidentally auto block like I did there, so now I'm going to just hold off during bleed phase, or as long as I don't get intercept, which uses up armor buffs to convert them to bulwark, it's really safe going. So I'm going to go back to hitting during shock phase to get my armors back, and then I can carry on during bleed phase like I am now. She's going down. He's got really great block proficiency, so it doesn't matter if I eat special 1 or 2, both of which I can safely block because Sam is Sam. I can also hit her because of power focus 2, so not worry too much about pushing her to 3 bars. And things are just going really nicely. I'm really pleased with him as a champ. He's got good utility. His damage is good, it's not the best. Again, there are champs that do it better. Guardian is certainly a bit more of a nuke. That special 2 there is pretty solid though. But I'm really pleased with him. He feels like a tank and really reliable for this meta. I've used him for the last couple of pre-season wars as well, just not as cleanly. Now we come to Magneto. It's a fight I've also done this pre-season, although the last effort wasn't as clean as this is going to be. A little bit more difficult here. I can't bait his heavy because obviously he goes unstoppable. Obviously, goes without saying I'm not metal, so this is safe. I shouldn't really parry hit him too much because of one I opened, but I wanted to there just for an opening. Again, I need to build up my armors during shock phase, and I need to try and hit him enough and get plenty of armors up without doing too many what will count as intercepts, because then I'll lose my armor and bleed down a lot. So far I've had good RNG and got plenty of armor buffs, which means I can spare a couple of intercepts and lose a couple as long as I've got keep minimum 3 or 4. Yeah, by the time I finish talking about it, a big specialty to finish and he's done. Really clean fight. Obviously we're not boosting here, I'm not using grey boosts, I'm not using potions unless I really feel like I'm low health and need to. And then we come to node 39 Kitty Pryde, which is power snack. Initially I wasn't going to go for this because Captain Sam isn't nullify immune, so I am going to feed her power. I also pretty much forgot about the fact that I've got the Odin pre-fights on, so they immediately got nullified. They're obviously not needed for this fight, but it does give her power. I've also got a power sting on me, which isn't ideal. I just, yeah, ate half of that special. Eating that damage there, plus that power sting there, is going to cost me this fight, which we'll come to. But that's okay. We're testing, again, it's off-season, so things aren't too serious. If I'd have healed up and fully boosted appropriately, I probably could have soloed this fight. But it's going well. With lock-on, she gets cowardice, which means she cannot build any prowess as per Kitty's kit. Yeah, it's actually going a lot better than I expected. Again, the damage is good, her health isn't great. But now we're a little bit low on health than ideal, and for what's about to happen. I'm trying to just bait the special here, but I gained an armor through hitting her. That pushed her to 3 bars, and she's going to throw her special 3 before I'm able to really do anything. I tried to hold block there to try and bait her to throw a basic or a heavy. It didn't work, and the special 3 is going to kill me off. Again, that's fine. It's not an ideal fight, although it worked a lot better than I expected. As I said, the cleanup with just a 40% on loyalty revive is going to be enough to just solo her. Yeah, if that's all we're going to have, I'm just pleased with it. And then after she's down in a couple of seconds, we're going to move on to the next and final fight for my off-season war. We come to node 40, a big juicy rank 3 Sauron, and I've got about 40% health. So again, I've done this fight before already, not recorded, and it went okay. It's long. I'm just using a combat regen boost. They're easy to come by. I don't rely on them during season, just to keep me a little bit healthier for the fight. Because of the armors I'm going to gain and the bulwark, I'm going to be having expiring buffs, and so going to just essentially not gain any power during the fight. I might manage one special one, I can't quite remember, but through a combination of those and dexing, yeah, I'm not going to gain anything. So it's just going to be hit him lots. It's pretty sustainable. I'm very pleased with how this is going. I can safely block his special ones as per Sam's kit, and as I said before, he's got good block proficiency, and I'm putting down enough damage to sort of outweigh what little health I've got. Yeah, it's going well. It does get a bit touch and go towards the end, and I was starting to wonder if it was going to be a race of who dies first. I'm obviously not able to throw any specials here, but the basics are enough. This is a long fight. Lady Deathstrike is probably, maybe definitely, the better counter here, because more regular damage, and she can also shut down his kit and block the unblockable specials, but that's fine. It was fun to use this guy. 60 hits in. It feels solid, feels safe, and we're just ticking him down slowly. So yeah, pleased with how this war's gone. I usually make a bit of a mess off season because I'm just switched off, and whilst I try sensible fights, I don't really concentrate too hard and just make a mess of things. But it was fun today to use some good champs, especially White Tiger. Looking forward to putting some more use from her for the next season, but this felt really solid, so I wanted to make a video of it, as they're definitely good fights to do. And final 7% to go here. We're going to come in for a nice satisfying solo, and that's the end of a fun war for me. Hope you enjoyed it. I did, and I'll see you for the season. One more pre-war to go.